Happy Friday to you, CFM. This is our low and slow day. We are going to do a relatively quick warm-up, just a little bit of extremity prep, and then we're going right into some longer duration, lower intensity work. And again, I know I feel like a broken record saying it, but this is a crucial part of our aerobic base building. It's going to make your heart healthier. It's going to help you recover faster. It's going to actually help you lift more weight because you'll be able to recover more efficiently in between your sets of weightlifting. We're only doing it once a week, and it's not going to overpower your overall training. It's not going to kill your gains. It's actually going to improve everything about how you operate, all right? So that's my sales pitch for why this is important and why you should monitor your heart rate or at least your effort level as we go through these low and slow workouts. So heart rate 120 to 140, maintaining conversational pace the entire time, not shooting for the pain cave, not trying to go as fast as you can, trying to monitor that pace the entire time. And we're also getting in some accessory work, some hip hinging work, a little bit of coordination stuff, some lower extremity strengthening exercises, okay? So let's begin with a very brief warm-up of 8 shuttle runs, so just run from the front to the back 8 times, then come for 15 reps of a heel-toe rock. So squeeze those toes, rock way back on the heels, just loosening up the ankles, getting everything ready for a little bit of running, right? 10 reps of a kettlebell deadlift. So take your time on these, not swinging, not being explosive, just exploring that range of motion, squeezing at the top, stretching at the bottom, right? Then we'll get our jump rope out and just some nice easy singles. When you do the jump rope singles, thinking about, especially on a day like today, of elbows tucked tight to the body, hands are slightly forward, right? So make sure we're not arching and pulling our wrists and pointing the handles back behind you. They should be pointed straight out to the side or slightly forward, right? And then feet together and jumping as one unit, right? So my toes, they don't necessarily need to touch. If they're slightly apart, that's fine, but make sure we're not like jumping in a loose or a disconnected manner, right, when we do that. So 25 jump rope singles. As soon as you finish that, we're gonna go right outside for a 2.5K run. The route is on the board, and it's a very peaceful and scenic route. However, do watch out for the new traffic pattern on 8th Street. A lot of times in the past, we only had to look for cars coming one direction. Now we got to look for cars going both directions. So just keep an eye out for that. All right, so 2.5 kilometers, and the goal is 10 to 16 minutes, and that's a pretty wide range. It should allow for a nice relaxed pace no matter who you are. If 2.5K is going to take you longer than 16 minutes at your low and slow pace, then I want you to just go about 6 minutes out and then turn around and come 6 minutes back. So that may or may not take you past the 1 mile mark. But either way, the 2.5K loop is based on our 5K run. So it's somewhere around 1.6 miles to do one whole loop to get out. And it's not an out and back, it's a full loop, right? So we'll think about that. Wherever you're at in terms of running, I want it to be something that you can do at a steady pace. And so a lot of times people feel like, if I'm running this slow, is it even worth doing, right? And the answer is yes. If the heart rate is correct, right, then and we're doing a repetitive movement, a monostructural cardiovascular movement, and we're maintaining our heart rate at that 120 to 140, it is absolutely worth it, even if you feel like you're not going very fast. Because what that is better than is that running at a pace that you feel like is keeping up with other people, but then having to stop and put your hands on your knees, taking big giant gasping breaths, and then trying to get back into running again, all right? So that style does not build your aerobic system the way that a consistent application of that 120 to 140 heart rate does, even at a much slower pace, all right? That's the explanation of zone 2 cardio. So when you finish that, we're gonna come inside, run inside the door. We're gonna do 10 reps of the bird dog, so balancing on opposite hand and knee, touching the elbow to the knee, and then extending, squeezing the glute, squeezing the shoulder. 10 reps on each side. 20 reps of a Russian kettlebell swing at the light weight, so hike to the hips and then swing out in front of you. 20 reps, these should feel nice and light. 35 and 26 pounds. Should be very, very manageable, doable for you. 16 reps of a reverse lunge step with or without the kettlebell. So the only thing here is I want everyone today, the prescription is stepping backwards, tapping that knee, keeping the torso nice and upright, and then back to our standard starting position, right? And then 100 reps of a jump rope single, and then back out the door. So we're going 2 rounds through, or 45 minutes, whichever comes first. So basically what that means is you got 22 and a half minutes to get through that list, maintaining that heart rate. If that is too much in terms of volume, distance, etc., we will adjust it so that it makes sense for you. But any way you slice it, we're going to have the heart rate elevated for 45 minutes. Okay, that is our goal for today. Have a great one, and I'll see you guys for our workout on Saturday.